What is up, everyone? It was a crazy week trading. We had some big news, but this week I'm going to go exactly how I plan out my week and do my forecast. So I always start on the calendar and then I start in my written book just to gather my thoughts, and then we'll jump into the charts and then how I document it in Notion so I could quickly reference it throughout the week. So just looking through, I'm looking for high impact. So we have on Monday, we have some high impact Euro news, but the time it's at, I'm not going to be awake. So don't need to reference that. That price action will already be priced in when I wake up. Tuesday, 6 a.m. That's an important one for me because I will be on the charts at that time. So that'll happen right before my trading session. I start right around 6:30. I do open the charts at 6 to get ready for the market open for futures. Yeah, I could trade currencies earlier, but I just kind of keep it all together. And my Forex trades have been more of swing trading or just looking at higher time frame setups. So I'm not too worried about getting in right away, right when that minute, 2 minute setup happens, or like a 5 and 15-minute setup. Some other ones at 7, I don't need to really list them, but just 7 a.m. Go down to Wednesday now. Oop. I won't be awake. Doesn't matter. We have some gas stock changes at around 7:30. I'm usually on my way out of the charts by then. 8 o'clock would be the latest I'm on the charts, so don't really need to document that too much. Thursday, big day of news on Thursday. So 5:30, 3 high impact. Oh no, 6 high impact at 5:30. Okay. Basically, it is inflation. Oh yeah, the jobs and inflation. Hopefully, we get inflation under control here, because man, grocery shopping alone is ridiculous. Gas, I'm paying like 4.20. It's getting a lot better, but that's still pretty high to where we were um just even pre-pandemic. I think we were at like 360, 350s, and then we hit the lows of 230. So let's get inflation down. Let's get the cost of everything down. Just everything's going up, so gotta stay disciplined trading. Don't give away our profits. We need to hang on to those profits, and it's gonna come in handy, right? Friday, not on the charts, obviously. 5:30. Those will get priced in by the time I'm on the chart. So we got 7 a.m. on Friday. Okay, now we're done. Just writing out the big high impact news for the week. And I still reference it the day of, but it's just good to kind of mentally understand what's going on this week. And now we go into the charts. And I'm also going to show you how I document it in Notion today, too. So let's go with the dollar indexes. We are on the daily chart now. You can see price is starting to move. I have a plan of the euro going up into this order block, or at least taking the buy side liquidity. Obviously, if it gets the order block, it's going to take that out. So that would be the best case scenario. And then same with the US dollar. It's looking to do the same thing. It took liquidity above here, and now we're heading down to here. Will we go lower? I don't know. I would like to see it respect, and then pull back in, and then maybe come down into this area, and as well as come up to this area. So first target here. All we need to do on the currencies. I'm going to take a screenshot of this real quick. So EDXY, just kind of comparing the two currencies together. We're on 8. Or do we label it for Monday? Yeah, we label it for Monday. So 9. Week projections. Daily. Now we go to EU and see if we could see that on the chart. So if we want euro, or the dollar to go down then up, and we want the euro to go up then down, that means this is going to go up and then down. when the euro or the USD gets strong, this goes down. So we want this to go up. We're in this order block on the daily, and we also went to this fair value gap. Now, I think it's going to go through that. We kind of got liquidity built up right here in this wick area. So let's do a projection of last week's above. Kind of see if that lines up with anything. Got a bunch of liquidity here and a fair value gap there. So I am saying we get into this area right here next week if everything comes to plan. And what also lines up, we'll do a line right now. This order block. There we go. We got the order block for value gap. That's starting to make me believe. Before, I don't like how it slashes it out. That's a high likely that we could get up there. Now we might get a little pullback in the beginning of the week and then shoot up with all that news. Just gotta see how time plays out. Now, say I'm completely wrong. An area it could go is down here. Could sweep out this low. And if we're really wrong, somewhere down in this area, but I don't see that happening yet. I think it's going to come up here at least first before it drops down any. So once again, take a screenshot. We're going to put that in for EU. All right, so move on to the daily for the futures markets now. Want to see how price is doing. We're going up. And then if you look at the same point, not too much drive here. And this one, Dow Jones made a big move. S&P slightly. And NASDAQ kind of almost flatlined. So we'll keep an eye on that, see how price delivers. But targets we could go to, it's looking like fair value gap up here. Now, I don't really mark this chart up. I just kind of reference the three moving together. But if you look, fair value gap, Dow Jones, we're filling this in. Maybe this grabs a little bit of liquidity, then we come down into this area. So I'm possibly bearish next week. We could see how it plays out, but I think we're going to go up initially and then drop off. We already grabbed liquidity up here, right? And we grabbed it again above this. And we're pulling back. So I think it's just like a false little trap before we melt off. We'll quickly go over FOMC trades. Now this was pure paper trading. I just wanted to see how I would do. And while trades were amazing, doesn't mean I'm going to trade it next month. I still need more back data of paper trading on those big impact days. But basically, I had that order block price went in there, and that was kind of like the false run out. But I put the AM liquidity up there, fair value gap. So it could have went two ways. Obviously, it could have took me out and then ran back down, or it just took out these equal highs, left that wick in, and then melted off right away. So that was, and these are 5-minute candles, by the way. So within 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes, 2.81 played out. And then we had the order block down here. Price smacked it. And because we're on the 5-minute, I didn't really need a bigger setup because price already, in the grand scheme of things, price is now in a discount and in an order block, targeting the buy side liquidity on the AM session. Boom, tapped it, ran up. Now, just because I got it lucky on this week doesn't mean that's how it always plays out. This could have got taken out because that liquidity was there, would have stopped me out. And same thing here. We got the daily, which did get taken out, so I wasn't too worried about it coming down here. But there's also that the AM liquidity down here, so it could have spiked, took out more liquidity, and went back up. So risky plays, but they played out in my favor. Not really a good week of trading. I didn't really mark anything up on here. Had 1 win, 2 losses, and then paper trading 2 giant wins, which would have helped out my accounts, but gotta stay disciplined. The reason why I wasn't really trading towards the end of the week, a lot of news, and then my mental game was off. So I was like, okay, I want to get control of my brain again. It would have been looked nice to just jump in on a real account, but I was like, nope. FOMC, don't trade. High impact news, paper trade, just to mentally get control of my brain again and be disciplined. So that's what happened. So let's go to the daily chart. Let's take all this off. So I would like price to keep coming up into this fair value gap. So this is in line with what I was saying. Early week spike up, and then we melt off. Now there's really nothing on here that's making me think that it's going to go down. Like there's nothing to reach besides all this liquidity underneath this or down here. There's no fair value gaps or anything like that. So up, down, probably just under this liquidity. Now we can look at just reference NASDAQ real quick. There's no fair value gap up here, but there is way up here. Does this have a big spike and goes up? Again, nothing down here besides liquidity. Those are pretty much equal lows. It did take it though, so that would make a good run up there. So maybe we see 2 weeks, a week of up and then down. Go to the Dow Jones. See, we are in here, and then there is objectives to hit down here. So we could hit somewhere if it pulls down somewhere in this zone, and we are already in this order block and fair value gap, right? So just keep an eye on it. I would like to see the S&P because that's what we're mostly trading. I'd like to see this close in this gap first before we go down. So initially I'll be looking for buys. Maybe we get a little wick and then back up. Or we just take off, leave this fair value gap, and that's where it comes back down. What we always do. And let's go to the weekly. Those are pretty much the week up and down, so we'll leave it as is. Price did take out that liquidity, filled in this, so maybe we come down in this order block or just sweep this, but we do have a swing on the week. So that's hinting at higher pricing. Go down the 4 hour now. Let's line these bad boys up. Okay. So this is in line with creating that wick, but then price goes up to there's an order block here with the fair value gap, so something like that I'm looking for price to hit. We've been consolidating for far too long, so I was really hoping the news really brought us out of the zone. It did take liquidity, so that's why I'm looking for a quick pullback and then shoot up. Now this pullback might already happen during the night while I'm sleeping. So by the time I'm in the session, I already maybe be looking for buys. Okay, so let's mark out this. That's our main target for the week. All right. So what I need to do actually is delete these real quick. I forgot to take my daily screenshot. So let's go to the daily. Okay, so we got the ES daily. Now we go down to the 4 hour. Now we can mark in. So now because we have that daily fair value gap, it may not reach up here. It may come in here. Maybe it wicks out. That would be cool if we get a giant wick and then it pulls back in. But I'm going to mark it up anyways because that's what we're looking. That's our weekly target. But if we land in here, Still good. That's still the right direction. That's still buys that we're looking for. Let's go ahead and take this screenshot now for the 4 hour. And we forgot to take this picture. Oh, I know we did that one. It was this one. This one we did not take. And last one, sorry, we're kind of jumping around back and forth, was the 4 hour. So take that out. So like I said, we're in that daily fair value gap that was left over. If we're going up to go down, we would need to take out the liquidity up here. There's really nothing to hit besides the liquidity, so that's fine. We'll leave it as is. I just need a screenshot. All right. Back to here. We're going down one more time frame. Let's go to the 15-minute real quick and look. We had big price action. Do we take out liquidity first? Trap in the buyers and then drop down in this area? And then continue our weekly objectives. So that's all the screenshots I need. Let's go into Notion now. And we do the futures first just because that's my main market I'm trading. So delete that. We want it off of this one. So let's insert a picture. Now the reason why I'm thinking it's going to drop off a little bit is just to trap some sellers below this trend line. So go up a little bit. Everyone's like, oh, we're buying. And then break that trend line, trap the seller breakout traders. So they're, again, sells now. And then we're heading into February soon. Well, not soon, but a few weeks. And then usually February starts to push the markets up a little bit. So that's my reasoning behind that. So that's just a quick little summary. Now we're going to add in another header 3. All right, so now we got these side by side. You could see kind of comparison and then breaking it down what it looks like zoomed in. So my futures market are covered now. We could bring this a little bigger just so it's easier to see. Okay, so now we're going to go into the Forex. Now we're going to write about it. So looking at it now, while writing about it and thinking about it, you could see this gap the euro is filling in. So what if that's all it needed to do to drop before we go up? So the US is looking to come down. Took out liquidity, right? Coming down. But this filled the gap and maybe we come down. And then this kind of, starts pushing back up. I would still like to see the initial liquidity order block before we hit these fair value gaps. So that's what I'll be looking for. Now we need to add in a heading. This is going to be the EU daily and 4 hour. We would like price to reach up here. Take out this is the monthly liquidity high. Pullback, then liquidity. Now if we do the pullback, that means this is coming up a little bit. Maybe forming a wick and then pushing down. EU. All right, so that is it. That is my weekly projections all the way up from news to charts to documenting in Notion. So that way when I'm doing my live trades and documenting my live trades, I could quickly reference the forecasts and everything will work itself out. So hope this has helped you a lot. This is my raw every week. This is what I do to document the markets and forecast them and get myself ready and prepped for the week to follow. So if you like this and want to dive deeper with us, click that link in the description, join our Discord server. message me. I'm giving out a free, about 5 more free lifetime memberships to the Discord server. So if you want to get access to everything for free, reach out to me on Twitter. Links are also in the description. Same link. It'll have everything. DM me or comment me or reply to one of the posts, and we'll get you in that Discord server set up. You could comment here on YouTube. It's just a little more difficult to contact privately, so Twitter would be the easiest way. So looking forward to grow with you. Let's have a great year this year. Stay focused, hit your goals, stick to your strategy, and let's get these profits. Peace.